that it's really disheartening that we have so many important agendas for before us. Urgently, we need to fight against poverty. We need to fight against hunger. We need to create livelihoods. We need to educate people. We need to empower women. We need to create egalitarian society. So many agendas, so many issues are there. Mankind has so many challenges, and all these challenges are not being met because of limited resources. Even in, you know, even in today's time, we find villages which do not have electricity. We find villages which do not have drinking water. We find people who are not able to access healthcare facilities. There are villages which do not have any doctor or any proper medical care center in the vicinity of 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers. So we need resources. Why these problems are there? Because resources. So if you have to do research, undertake research on budget analysis, where is the money going? Governments have budgets, but where is the money going? The money is being diverted towards development of weapons of mass destruction. Every government is allocating huge budget towards armaments, towards weapons of mass destruction. There is a mad race. Every country is allocating funds, and the countries are ruining. I wish that there should be complete ban on weapons of mass destruction. There should be complete ban on most destructive fighter jets and other such. Eh, They are eating away all the resources which would have otherwise been used for solving the problems of mankind. Why not some researcher comes and says, had we completely banned all such fighter planes, all weapons of mass destruction, all missiles which are primarily developed for killing mankind, if we stop completely expenditure on these and allocate that money for education, healthcare, development of people, development of infrastructure, village development, the world will be a better world. We will have a better world. We will be able to bring heaven on this planet. Raise your voice, and be and commit yourself that you are not going to promote any such publications or any such initiatives. Look into the allocation of funds, analyze the allocation of funds. The funding is provided for carrying out researches on so many nonsense activities. And if you really want to do something good, there is no budget, there is no funding available. Worldwide, we have seen self help groups are very powerful. They really help the poor people. But it is really unfortunate there are no budgets. And there are no budgets, and that's why we are not able to see the growth of self help groups, which can have five advantages simultaneously. One, self help groups organize people, create discipline, create collective initiative. Second, they help poor people in organizing themselves and conducting themselves well. Third, they make people entrepreneurs. Fourth, these self-help groups are especially useful for helping poor women. They are very important tools for women empowerment. And fifth, self-help groups are the best means to provide livelihood to people. But what is the constraint? Finance. Budget is the main constraint. The self-help groups are organized in such a way that people try to collect small savings, let's say 10 rupees, 20 rupees per day, 100 rupees per day. They pool together their resources in their group. Whatever resources they are able to create, equal resources are provided by government as an incentive so that people feel motivated to use these resources to land within their own group to start economic activities in the form of micro entrepreneurship. There is no budget for them. There is limitation of budget. When we require great things, when we require basic things, there is no budget. There is no budget for providing electricity, 24-hour electricity to villages. There is no budget for providing one good hospital in every village. There is no budget for providing drinking water to every village. There is no budget to provide support to the farmers so that the farmers know how to raise their income. We don't have budget for these. But we have budgets to appoint babus, patwaris, inspectors, tehsildars who try to exploit farmers. We require research on these issues. Yes, we require research on these issues. And it is also very disappointing that when you start talking about destroying weapons of mass destruction, when you are asking the entire world to put complete ban on weapons of mass destruction, some people bring in some or other argument. What will happen if our neighbor country develops nuclear bombs? What will happen if our neighbor country will use nuclear bombs? If on this ground or that ground you are justifying research and development of nuclear weapons or weapons of mass destruction, this is shame. This money belongs to the poor people. They should get this money. And if this money is being diverted towards development of weapons of mass destruction or towards development of other such chemicals or other such tools or towards fighter jets or other such things, it is shame. It is shame. We should raise our voice. Why are we not able to raise our voice? We should use our pen to force governments to shift the allocation of funds. We should use our pen to force the governments to shift their budget from weapons of mass destruction to development of mankind, development of infrastructure, helping everybody. We need to force the governments to shift. It is really unfortunate that either we are blind or we are misguided. That many people start believing, yes, if the government is allocating funds for weapons of mass destruction, the government is doing great work. No. If the government is buying Rafale or other fighter jets, the government is doing great thing. No. These are not great initiatives. The great initiatives will be when every citizen in our country feels empowered, when every citizen in our country gets opportunities, opportunities for growth, opportunities for education, opportunities for livelihood, that will be great. But unfortunately, there is no budget for them. Budget constraints are there. And look at the budget. Most of the budget goes away into salaries. Salaries of inspectors. Government is appointing large number of inspectors. Most of them continue to carry negative rules. Most of them are actually involved in creating hurdles for common people. Common people are today afraid from inspectors. You ask any common person, do you feel comfortable when a police inspector is coming towards you? He'll say, no, 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 I don't feel comfortable. You ask farmers, have you ever been helped by any patwari or any tehsildar? He will say no. Even for the documents that he has the right to receive, even for that, for getting those documents, he has to go at least 5, 10 times to the patwari to collect those documents. And he has to wait for long hours in queue. There is a need of reversal. It is the duty of the patwari or it is the duty of the tehsildar to start helping the farmers, to serve the farmers. They are the real heroes. But the opposite thing is happening. It is the farmer who keeps waiting at the patwaris or at the tehsildar for very small formalities. And it is the farmers who are completely squeezed, completely you know frustrated to look at the bureaucratic working of these government inspectors. So it is really unfortunate how the budget is being allocated, how the budget is being utilized. And nobody is doing research on these issues. Nobody is writing about them. These are important issues. Nobody is writing. We should all pick our pen, start analyzing the government budgets, start comparing the budget allocation in our country with Bhutan and with other such countries which are trying to spread happiness. Look at Bhutan. Just try to compare our country's budget allocation with Bhutanese government. How much percentage we are allocating towards education and how much they are allocating. How much percentage of money we are allocating towards weapon of mass destruction and how much they are allocating. We, many intellectual people, none of us is raising the voice. Let's stop this mad race for weapons of mass destruction. Today is the day, Hiroshima Nagasaki Day, when we must all take a commitment. We are going to use our pen to bring peace in this world. Peace cannot come. We have to bring peace. Peace cannot come. We have to bring peace. Power hungry people come to the power and they try to grab more and more power. And in the process, wars are natural. People start fighting, people start undertaking wars, people start undertaking mass destruction because some people who want greater power come to the power. So the people like us who are researchers, who are writers, who are very simple people, who are not power hungry, we should raise our voice. We do not want weapons of mass destruction. We do not want any such policies which are trying to divert the funds which are meant to support the common people towards development of weapons of mass destruction, towards other such activities. So all these issues call for reversal in policies. If you will raise your voice, if you will pick up your pen and raise your voice for reversal in policies, then only reversal will take place. Otherwise, it will continue like this, and yes, we will be witnessing major injustice. We will, when we will ask ourselves, what did we do for this world? Did we do something good in this world? Did we take any right step in this world? And if at the time, if we say we kept silence, people were allocating budget for weapons for mass destruction, we did wrong. It was our mistake. We should have raised our voice. We should have raised our voice. So why to wait? Every one of us should start speaking now onwards.